Welcome to Bible Stories 2.0, where ancient tales meet modern curiosity. Today we're diving into a mysterious and captivating text that was left out of the Bible but has continued to intrigue scholars and believers alike. We're talking about the Book of Enoch. Is it the key to unlocking ancient mysteries? Let's find out. Imagine a world where angels rebel, giants roam the earth, and secret knowledge is shared. Sounds like a fantasy novel, right? But for some, the Book of Enoch holds real historical and spiritual significance. This ancient text was influential in the early days of both Jewish and Christian thought, but it was eventually excluded from the Bible. And what can it tell us about the beliefs and fears of the people who wrote it? Grab your adventure hats because we're about to embark on a wild ride. First things first, who was Enoch? The Bible, in the book of Genesis, describes Enoch as a good man, the great-grandfather of Noah. It says that he walked with God and was taken up to heaven without dying. But the Book of Enoch takes this story even further, making him a prophet, a visionary, and a writer who traveled through the heavens. Did he have some kind of ancient spaceship we don't know about? The book doesn't explain how he traveled, just what he saw and learned. And trust me, it's mind-blowing. One of the most shocking things Enoch reveals is the story of the fallen angels and the Nephilim. These angels, called the Watchers, were sent by God to watch over humanity. But they got a little too interested in human women. Led by an angel named Samjaza, they disobeyed God, came down to earth, and married these women. Talk about a rebellious act. And yes, there's a hint of this story in the Bible itself. Genesis 6 verses 1-4 mentions sons of God having children with human women, which many people think is a reference to the Watchers from the Book of Enoch. So, these angels had kids with humans. And that's where the Nephilim come in. The Nephilim were the children of the Watchers and human women. They were giants, and according to the Book of Enoch, they were very destructive, using up all the resources and causing conflict among humans. Talk about a messy family reunion. But were the Nephilim just big bullies, or did they represent something deeper? Some scholars believe they symbolize the dangers of unchecked power and the consequences of going against God's will. It's fascinating to think about what they might have meant to the people who told and listened to these stories back then. But the Watchers didn't just start families. They also shared forbidden knowledge with humans. Things like how to make weapons, how to do magic, astrology, and other secrets that were supposed to be kept hidden. One of the angels, Azazel, is specifically mentioned as teaching humans how to make weapons for war, magic charms, fortune-telling, and even how to make cosmetics. This brings up an important question. Is knowledge always a good thing? Or can knowledge without wisdom and understanding actually be harmful? The Book of Enoch seems to be warning us that knowledge isn't enough on its own. It needs to be balanced with wisdom, a sense of responsibility, and a deep understanding of its potential impact. Now let's dive into Enoch's amazing trips through the heavens. Imagine traveling through 7 different levels, each one revealing incredible wonders of the cosmos. From beautiful celestial sights to imprisoned angels, and even a glimpse of the Garden of Eden. Enoch sounds like he was quite the adventurer. And as we'll see, his journeys weren't just about sightseeing. They were about gaining knowledge, understanding the workings of the universe, and receiving important messages from God. So, let's follow Enoch as he travels through those 7 heavens. Each level has something unique to reveal, offering us a glimpse into the mysteries of the cosmos and the workings of the divine. Ready for some cosmic sightseeing? Let's go. The first heaven is a display of nature's raw power. Enoch sees stores of snow and hail, winds whipping around with incredible force. It's like getting a behind-the-scenes look at how weather is created. The second heaven takes a darker turn. Enoch encounters angels who are imprisoned, awaiting judgment. It's a reminder that even in the heavens, there are consequences for wrongdoing. The book hints that these angels were involved in corrupting humanity, but it doesn't give us all the details. It definitely adds to the mystery. In the third heaven, Enoch finds himself in a place that's both beautiful and sad, the Garden of Eden. It's described as a reminder of the paradise that humanity lost, a place of harmony and closeness with God that's no longer accessible. Wait, the Garden of Eden? I thought that was on Earth. Well, it seems to exist on multiple levels, both as a physical place and a spiritual symbol. For Enoch, it's a bittersweet reminder of what humanity once had and what has been lost. In the fourth heaven, Enoch gets an up-close look at the celestial clockwork. He learns about the movements of the sun and the moon, their cycles, and how they govern time on Earth. One of the videos really highlighted how detailed the Book of Enoch's astronomical knowledge is, especially when it comes to the solar calendar. It makes you wonder how much they really understood about astronomy back then. It does challenge our assumptions about ancient knowledge. The Book of Enoch suggests they might have had a more sophisticated understanding of the heavens than we often give them credit for. The fifth heaven brings us back to the rebellious angels. This time, Enoch encounters the Grigori, another group of fallen angels who are restless and tormented. It seems like angelic drama is a recurring theme in Enoch's journeys. Why are there so many troubled angels? The Book of Enoch doesn't shy away from showing the spiritual world as a place of conflict, just like our own world. And it seems that even angels, who are supposed to be closer to God, have the capacity to make bad choices and face consequences. It's a pretty thought-provoking idea. The sixth heaven focuses on the forces that shape our world, the angels who control the weather, the seasons, all the natural elements. It's like seeing the control panel for the Earth systems. It makes you appreciate the complexity and the interconnectedness of everything on our planet. Finally, the seventh heaven. This is the culmination of Enoch's journey. He arrives at the dwelling place of God himself. It's described as a realm of incredible glory and power beyond human comprehension. Enoch is overcome by the awe of it all and falls to his knees before the divine throne. It's in this sacred space that he receives profound revelations about creation, humanity's purpose, and God's ultimate plan. It sounds like he received a massive download of information and insight. But the sources we're looking at don't give us all the details. It leaves some things to our imagination. The Book of Enoch isn't meant to be a simple instruction manual. It invites us to think deeply about these mysteries of faith and search for our own understanding of the divine. We've traveled with Enoch through the heavens, witnessed angelic drama, and even caught a glimpse of Paradise Lost. But there's more to this ancient book. What else can we learn from the Book of Enoch? Next, we'll delve into Enoch's visions of the future. And these are not your typical fortune cookie predictions. We're talking about apocalyptic events, signs of the times, and the ultimate judgment of humanity. It's getting really interesting. Enoch's visions aren't just vague prophecies. They're detailed descriptions of events leading up to the end of the world as he knew it. Imagine wars breaking out across the earth, nations turning against each other, famines devastating the land, and even the earth itself shaking with earthquakes. That sounds pretty terrifying. It's like a worst-case scenario for humanity. But it's not just about the physical world falling apart. Enoch also described a decline in goodness and morality. Like people were losing their way and forgetting what's right. It's a double whammy, the world falling apart and people losing their moral compass at the same time. But did his visions offer any hope? Yes, there's hope too. Enoch also saw the righteous, those who lived good lives, being resurrected and transformed into glorious beings. They enter a paradise of peace and joy, living eternally in harmony with God. It's a powerful message of hope and a promise of a future where goodness ultimately triumphs. That's a bit comforting even if the road to get there sounds pretty rough. So, we've got this mix of warning and hope, judgment and redemption. The Book of Enoch is trying to shake us up a bit, make us think about our choices and how they impact the world. It's asking, are we contributing to the chaos and destruction, or are we working towards a better future? We've mostly talked about the more mystical aspects of the Book of Enoch, angels, giants, journeys through heaven. But there's also this whole section devoted to astronomy. The astronomical book is a fascinating part of the Book of Enoch. It shows how much Enoch knew about the cosmos, describing the movements of the sun, moon, and stars in detail and even delving into the complexities of the calendar. It challenges our assumptions about the history of science. The Book of Enoch suggests that ancient people may have had a much deeper understanding of astronomy than we often give them credit for. It also shows how intertwined science and religion were in their worldview. The movements of the stars and planets weren't just scientific phenomena. They were seen as reflections of divine order and wisdom. The Book of Enoch reminds us that for many ancient cultures, science and spirituality weren't separate categories. They saw the physical world as a reflection of the spiritual realm and looked to the heavens for guidance and understanding. So, we've got this ancient text filled with wild stories, profound insights, and even scientific knowledge. But why was it ultimately left out of the Bible? There are several theories about why the Book of Enoch was excluded. Some say its content was just too controversial, with all those graphic descriptions of angels and demons and the end of the world. Others suggest that it challenged the authority of religious leaders at the time. It might have been a combination of factors that led to its exclusion. It's fascinating that even though it was banned, its influence can still be seen in other texts like the Dead Sea Scrolls and even parts of the New Testament. Its ideas clearly resonated with some groups and continued to circulate even if it wasn't officially accepted into the biblical canon. After our deep dive into the Book of Enoch, what's the final takeaway? Is it just a collection of strange stories, or is there something more to it? The Book of Enoch offers us a window into the beliefs, anxieties, and hopes of people who lived long ago. It reminds us that the human search for meaning and understanding is timeless, and that the stories we tell ourselves about the world and our place in it have a profound impact on how we live our lives. It also challenges us to think about the bigger questions. What is our purpose? What choices are we making? Are we living in a way that contributes to a better future, or are we heading down a path of destruction? And perhaps most importantly, it encourages us to keep searching, to remain curious, and to never stop exploring the mysteries of the universe and the human spirit. We've only scratched the surface of the Book of Enoch in this deep dive. There's so much more to explore, so many layers to uncover. I encourage you to continue your own journey into this fascinating and thought-provoking ancient text. And as you read, ask yourself, what resonates with you? What challenges your beliefs? What wisdom can you glean from these ancient pages that might be relevant to your life today? Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Book of Enoch. We hope you enjoyed exploring these ancient mysteries with us. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep searching for those hidden truths that lie just beneath the surface. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Bible Stories 2.0 for more captivating explorations into the world of ancient texts. See you next time.